Now we're going to look at the past perfect tense.
The past perfect tense is formed by using the auxiliary verb had with the past participle of the verb.
Let's see if we can make that clear.
The children had done their homework before they sat down to watch their favorite soap opera.
So there are two actions. One is the children did the homework. The other thing is the children sat down to watch the soapy on TV. What's your favorite soapy?
Generations.
Right, Generations. So there are two things. The homework was done in the past, and then
they watched the soapy.
Right. Now, what do we use for the tenses? We use the past perfect for the one that was finished first. So the children had done their homework before
watching the soapy.
Good. So we say before they watched Generations. So we use the past perfect for the one that happened first, and we use the past tense for the one that happened second.
The typist had completed the work before I asked her for it.
Right, again, two different things. The typist finished doing the typing.
And then I asked for it.
Right, so it's had completed for my side of it before
I asked for it.
Past tense for that side of it.
They had spoken to the police before the insurance company was told of the burglary.
Right, two events in the past. You speak to the police because you're going to tell them about the burglary. You also speak
to the insurance company.
Right, so there are two things. Which one happened first?
They spoke to the police first and then later told the insurance company about the burglary.
Right, so the past perfect for the thing that happened first, and then the past tense for the thing that happened second.
Now let's look at the future perfect tense. The future perfect tense uses the auxiliaries shall or will and has or have. This tense tells you that something will be completed in the future before something else happens in the future.
So read that carefully. We've got two auxiliaries. For the future, we've got the auxiliaries
shall or will.
And then for the perfect side of it, we've got
has or have.
Right, so what are we talking about? We're talking about something in the future. But we are saying that one thing will happen in the future, but something else has to have happened first. So two things in the future, one will be completed, and then the next thing will happen. So the future, but perfect. And we said perfect meant completed. So completed in the future before you expect something else to happen.
The pupils will have read this book before the next lesson.
So before that lesson takes place, they will have read. That will be finished.
You will have written your exam by the time I see you.
Notice there's an example there of see, which is which tense?
Present tense.
Being used for
future tense.
So just notice that. You've got that combination there. Look at it again. Something that's going to happen in the future, that's writing the exam, but that's going to be finished. And then also in the future, I'm going to see you, but the exam will be passed by then. It'll be over. Those are your basic tenses. The three primary tenses, the three simple, present, past, and future, followed by your three perfective tenses.
Present perfect tense, past perfect tense, and future perfect tense.
Right, there's just something we've got to add to all of this, is that every tense has a continuous form. What do we mean by a continuous form?
All the tenses have a continuous form. It is formed from the present participle of the verb and an auxiliary is used. To form the present participle, add ing to the verb.
So let's sum that up. Your continuous tenses will always have
ing
onto the verb,
auxiliary verb from the verb to be.
So those are the two things you are looking for. an auxiliary verb from the verb to be, and part of the verb ending in ing. Pule, do your learners use the continuous tense incorrectly when they should be using the ordinary tense?
I have learners who come to me, yes, Janet, and they would say, I'm having a headache.
Right, now we don't say that. We say, I have a headache. And any other examples? What about with pain? Do they say,
I'm having a pain?
Right, so rather say, I have a pain in my leg, I have a pain in my ear, or I have a headache. And then do they ever say things like, I'm paining?
Yes, they do. I'm paining.
Right, so watch that. Is that a translation out of mother tongue, Pule?
It is, certainly.
In Tswana?
Kula, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's direct translation.
Right, we call that mother tongue interference. Remember, when you interfere, you make something, you come in where you shouldn't. So just watch that. So never I'm paining, I have a pain, I have a headache, I have an ache in my shoulder, whatever it is.
My grade 8s usually say, I am seeking, say. Yes, when they are
I'm
sick.
Feeling.
Yes, I'm seeking.
Right, so I'm not sicking. And in fact, if you said to me, I'm sicking, it's not English, but I would expect you to be vomiting. That's what I would expect as a mother tongue speaker. So I am feeling sick. Okay, watch that. Right, we're going to have a look at how you can be asked tenses in an exam, because obviously we teach you tenses to improve your writing. So your letter, your diary entry, your advert, whatever it is that you're going to write, your creative essay, you use the correct tense. But you can also be asked specifically about tenses in an exam. So let's look at these examples.
If I go, in brackets, to the teacher yesterday, I would not be in trouble now.
So what do you have to do? You have to take that verb that's in brackets and give the correct tense of the verb. You've got to look at the second part of the sentence to help you. I would not be in trouble now. So that tells you that you did something in the past. Look at that yesterday. You did something in the past. So Pule, how would we write that correctly?
The answer would be, if I had not gone to the teacher yesterday, I would not be in trouble now.
So look at it. If I had not gone, because it happened in the past, but notice we've added a whole level of meaning because of that would not be in trouble. If I had not gone, I would not be in trouble now. So notice, what are you being asked? You're being asked with the negative and the idea, but you did go to the teacher and you are in trouble now. So there are layers of meaning which you can be asked in an exam.
Tomorrow, all the time I study, you play on the computer. When we change that into the future tense because of the word tomorrow, the answer will be tomorrow, all the time I will be studying, you will be playing on the computer.
So two things are going to happen in the future, but they're going to be happening over a period of time. So we're going to use the continuous form of the verb as well as the future. Let us pause for an activity. In this lesson, we've revised tenses, so important for your writing. You must make sure you use the right tense in the right place. And from me, Janet.
And from me, Pule. Bye-bye.
Summary. In this lesson you learned about the finite verb.